Hello everybody, thank you for joining me for the Ensign College application walkthrough tutorial video. Today we hope to go through the application process to show you how to navigate that, to show you some of the new features and functions of our new application, and hope to answer a few of those frequently asked questions. So let's begin. So first, you are going to want to start on our website, which you can get to our main website page by going to ensign.edu and type that within your browser. That will take you to this main page. To access your application, you'll come here to the How to Apply button, click here, and this will take you to our How to Apply page. Now this How to Apply page has some really cool and important information. Kind of a cool thing to help you get started here on this ready to get started section. This little section will give you all the information necessary that you need to kind of get your application started. If you have any questions, you can click these little pull down tabs and it will give you more information pertaining to that tab. So if you want to know where to apply, click on this tab and it will pull down some more information. What items to have on hand, click here, more information, and so on and so on. Something important to note is that Ensign College uses a holistic review process, which means that all parts of the application are considered, not just one specific piece. Our average acceptance rate averages to about 91%, so please keep in mind that a certain GPA or English proficiency score does not guarantee admission. To look a little bit more into depth with this information, you can do so kind of on your own time. But let's get started with the application. So you can come here to the top and click Apply Now, and that will take you to your application. Now, another way that you can access your application is typing in application.ensign.edu into your browser. So kind of two ways there. Go to our main website, go to the How to Apply page, or type in application.ensign.edu. So this will take you to the sign-in page. Now, as you see, you will need to sign in with a church account. Ensign College does use church accounts to provide access to systems and services. So if you are a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, please make sure that the church account that you use is associated with your membership record. Now, if you don't have a church account, that's totally fine. No problem. You can create one. It's simple, it's free, and you do not need to be a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So when you sign in, if you don't have a church account, just click Create an Account and on the sign-in screen, and you can make that account. So let's sign in. So once you sign in, this will take you to our application. As you see, you have the application here, and it kind of acts as a dual thing. One, to see your application, but then two, kind of shows a status page. The status page will show you the progress of your application, but we'll go a little bit more into depth about that further on into the application. So first part, you want to come into this welcome section, and this will begin your application. Now, this beginning kind of welcome section will have all of your important information release forms, privacy notices, personal information. So just a note here, on the left hand side, you'll see kind of each step to this little section that has to go in order. You can't necessarily jump between those. At the top, you'll see this status bar. So as you see, it's gray. Gray means that nothing has been completed. If it's orange, it means that it is in progress, and if it's green, it is complete. So now, if you do have any questions, feel free to contact our admissions office at our phone number here, or you can email us at our email. And again, feel free to visit that How to Apply page. But make sure that you read all of this information. It has very important information that you want to read, so make sure that you do that. Here is the personal information. Filling out this personal information section will just help us have your information so that we can get in contact with you. Something to note, this former names. So what a former name is, so let's say that I get married and my last name is Jones. But say before I got married, my last name was Steve. So your former name would be Steve. And so you would put that former name instead of that married name. Here at your date of birth, you can put that here. You can click on the right hand side with this little arrow. When you click on it, it will pull down the months that you can choose from. So you'll just select that month and that date, right, and that year that you're born, and you can select that there. Again, just typing in that information. Perfect. Once you kind of get this information here, it'll be nice, easy, seamless. We'll get in contact you and help guide you in any way that we can. Now this is important here for your membership information. Just connecting your church account. Make sure that all this information is correct. If it is not correct, just make sure that you create that link and connect that account that has all the up-to-date information. Perfect. Now after you kind of go through that welcome section, this will take you to the actual application portion. Again, at the top, you will see this status bar. Again, it's gray because nothing has been completed yet. It will be yellow, showing that that little section is in progress. And then it'll show green. On this one, you can jump in between these little sections, in which it'll save and continue, and you can kind of jump in between there. Now this profile page, this just helps us to get to know you a little bit. So nothing too crazy, nothing too scary. These little pull down sections, again, of your mother, you can choose kind of that information, right? And then this is a cool function. You can click here and it will pull down just different ways of how you heard us. So if you heard from a friend referral, you can click that there. So again, these little drop down bars will give you that information to be able to choose from. Now I'm not going to fill this section out just because I want to show you. So if you jump here, don't fill anything out and jump to the semester selection, you'll see on this background section that it's gray, which meaning that it's not complete. So make sure you understand that. So this semester selection is important. Shows a little application type. Make sure that you read through these application types thoroughly and select the one that best fits you. At the top here, you'll see these little yellow boxes. These little yellow boxes have important information that'll kind of help you throughout each section. Here at this semester, you'll click this little tab. When you click it, it will pull down the semester that you can choose from that is open. So whether that's winter, spring, fall, kind of that selection there. On this right hand side of that, you'll see this little green deadline box. This will pull up the information to the deadlines and other links to kind of help you out. So these are nice little helpful handy boxes. Major info, you can click that and it'll have a website link to the degrees and certificates, so you can look a little bit more in depth there about those. Again, you can click this pull down tab and it will have all of the different degrees and certificates that we offer, that you can select the one that you're interested in. Now this educational history section. So this is kind of important, but just to note that Ensign College requires equivalency of high school completion or graduation, or completion of at least 24 semester credits of college work. So again, these little yellow boxes will give you important information to help you out. Now this high school little section here is really cool. So when you click on it, so this first one, I have or will have a high school diploma from a U.S. accredited school. You click that and you can fill in your information. For this high school, you can either search by school and search by state. Kind of a nice function. You can type in that there, and then this will pull up all the different schools, which you can look by state, which is really nice. Going to this next one, I will have a completed secondary school through homeschooling. So these are kind of nice functions. Depending on which one you choose, it will pull up relevant information and directions pertaining to the one that you select. Or I have or will have completed international school secondary education. And seeing here, it'll pull up those instructions on what you need to do pertaining to which one you select. So they might be a little bit different. So make sure that you read each one carefully and select the one that fits your best description. Now, this college and university is important. So these are the different ways that you can send in transcripts. Something to note, you will need to create a BYU account. Why this is important, because BYU has a transcript processing team, and they do a lot of our transcript processing. So the processing center is down at BYU, so you will need to create a BYU account for that. Just to note there. So this is kind of another cool feature. So if you've attended Ensign College, you can come down here and you can add the degree. So if I formally attended, if I have completed any degrees, you can come down here, you can add this degree in whichever one that you have, which is a nice kind of cool feature. Also, if you have completed pathways, you can click yes, and that will pull down some information. If you want to be eligible for the scholarship, click yes, and it'll give you a slot to be able to fill out that pathway information below there. Also, kind of a cool feature I want to show you. So I'm not going to fill out anything. If you hit save and continue, what will happen is it will take you right to the section highlighted in red and what you need to finish and what you need to complete. So that's kind of a good reminder there, kind of a cool function. Again, you can kind of hop here between each section. Something to note here is our essay. So our essay needs to be at least 200 words here. As you fill in that essay at the bottom, this essay length bar, it will fill up green as you continue to fill up to that mark. So kind of a cool thing to understand and to know there. So, because we are sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, you will need to do an ecclesiastical endorsement. Now, it's a little bit different for members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and for non-members. So, for members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the process will go as follows. So, you will need to meet with your bishop for the first interview, and for the second interview, a member of the stake presidency. Now, if you are not a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, if you are comfortable, you can meet with the bishop of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints that is within your area if you feel comfortable. Or for that first interview, you can either meet with them or you can meet with a member of your clergy. And then for your second interview, you will have to meet with our chaplain. Again, this is another important reason why you will need a BYU ID account, just to be able to kind of do this endorsement. Now, after you've completed that section, so this application section, you can see here, right, it's yellow because it's in progress. So something important to note. So once you finish this application section, this continue button will turn to pay, and so you can click that and you can pay. After you pay this application section, you will be able to submit it. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that it is fully complete yet. So if you look down here, select endorsements, you can click these little buttons, you can click these and it'll pull up again more information. This will help you kind of track this endorsement. For transcripts, right, you can click more information, show you where to send those transcripts, but this will show you what transcripts are required. Same with this English proficiency score. If you have more information, you can click this info button. It can show you those important scores that you need to meet, those sub-minimum scores. For this additional documentation, that's where your GED will show up. And your transcript evaluation for like international students, but other kind of additional documentations that are required, it'll show that it's required right here. Again, if you have questions, click this info button and we'll give you more information there. So up here, so this application section, right? So once you finish this, it'll turn to pay. You can pay, and that means that this little section, this will allow you to submit your application, but your application will not be fully complete until, say, these transcripts or English proficiency exam or additional documents that they are required. Once those are received, then your whole application will be complete, and after that application is complete, it will be able to be ready to be able to receive a decision from the admissions committee. Now, to learn more about the decision, you can click here, and after you have completed your application and submitted any required transcripts, test scores, or additional documentation, the admissions office at Ensign College will review your material and make a decision. Notifications for admissions decisions begin on the date listed at this website, but may take an additional 2 to 3 weeks after the submission of your application. Now, I know it's kind of a quick run through. I hope this kind of helped answer those questions. If you do have more questions, feel free to come back to our How to Apply page, and you can reach out to our admissions counselors. Here at the bottom, you can find their information to reach out to them, and they are more than welcome to answer any questions that you may have. As well, again, feel free to reach out to our admissions office. Our phone number and email address is here. Again, thank you for joining us for this Ensign College application walkthrough tutorial video. We are excited and hope you have a wonderful day, and hope that this answered a few of your questions. I hope to see you soon, and hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.